because I'm technically an adult at the age of 16, I have to pay for an adult fare, even though, you know, I can't really do anything as an adult could. I mean, I can't even buy any cigs. I mean, I don't even smoke, but that triggers me.
Let's blast it.
Yo guys, it's your boy here, Cameron Brown from the HowToCameron official YouTube channel, here busy dabbing on all those haters. We'll keep dabbing, we'll never stop. I actually saw a video that Jake Paul released in which they pranked Nick Crompton. How flippin' dare you? Okay, you are never allowed to prank Nick Crompton. I'm so angry, I cannot believe it. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about something completely different. We're actually going to be talking about UK rail and trains. Am I out of ideas? Shut up. Genuinely, this annoys me. So why not talk about it? You know, I'm gonna get very angry in this video. We need a picture of a warning sign every time I get triggered in this video. So Cameron editing this video, can you do that for me? No, I don't want to. What the hell, man? What the hell? I asked for one simple goddamn request. Can we edit in something interesting into the video? No, we can't, Cameron. Sorry, Cameron, recording this video. You're too lazy as an editor. You can't do that. It's not the attitude I look for in an editor. Guys, I'm looking for new editors. Type up your CV in the comments, okay? Who can edit my videos? And give me a reason why I should use you for your skills. Do you have any specific skills you flipping better? So recently, me, John, and Connor have been trying to arrange a day in which we can meet Connor. Because Connor lives all the way in flipping Portsmouth. And he likes my content. We've talked for a good month or so at this point. Me and John have to him. He's also been in a lot of the streams. And you guys seem to like him. And when I mean like him, I mean you guys don't kill him. And when John first came on the channel, people in the comments were like, "Who's this fat prick? Kick him off, okay?" So I'm glad that you guys don't hate Connor that much. And we really wanted to meet just as like a joke, just to make a video out of it. So that should be coming out soon. But we're looking for train tickets. And oh my flipping god, there are so many things I heard about trains. And the price. Okay, first of all, the price. That's a big one. I'm going to be talking about that in more depth. There's just so many things, though, that trigger me about the trains. But we've had to actually go to the resort of Connor paying to go on the coach instead of the train, simply because it's much cheaper. But that means that it takes goddamn hours. Now, I generally like trains. Not because I'm a loser, what you're talking about, but because I used to go on them when I was younger. So I have all them good, crisp memories. Also, my dad works with trains. So shh, guys, don't, please don't go to his work or anything. Don't get him sacked, thanks. I like more money. Actually, he doesn't give me any money, you stingy prick. But even though I love trains, there are a lot of things I hate about trains. And to be fair, the things I hate about trains are becoming more and more prominent. So let's talk about them in this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave me a like. Leave me a comment of what you think about trains and whether or not you like them and why that is. And also be sure to sub to the HowToCameron channel. We're trying to hit bloody 4K. Wait, what do you mean 4K, Cameron? We're trying to hit 6K by the end of the year. We're trying to hit 6K. Everyone subscribe. I'm really desperate. I just want my channel to have 6,000 subscribers. It triggers me when it's not a even number. So please do subscribe. Help take part. And if you are currently subscribed to the HowToCameron channel, please make 500 new accounts per person and all subscribe to me. Please, I need the help. Actually, I don't think I can say that. I think this video might get deleted off YouTube. God dang it. But it doesn't matter. Let's go through the reasons of why I hate trains. Haha. Number one is the price of train tickets. Now, I think this is some very generic criticism. I mean, you could complain about the cost of anything, to be fair. But train tickets are so flippin' expensive, and I swear they've only been getting more expensive. And it's not even about the expense that's really the problem. Now, I will go into some detail about one of the valid reasons, but there's only one valid reason to why the tickets are more expensive, and besides that, it doesn't make any sense. Now, the local train station to me is Derby. It's about an hour away. I could probably run it in about an hour. That's how far away it is. Jesus Christ. And I'm not a slow runner before anyone goes, "Oh, Cameron, you can't run. That's probably why it takes you so long." It's not funny. I'm very angry. But for me, to go from Derby to Matlock being a random town up north near the Peak District, which is roughly about 40 or 50 minutes on the train. For a return, it costs me about £6, which is completely reasonable. I mean, it is about 30 miles away. That's great. But if I want to go to, I don't know, Sheffield, you're looking at about £15, which makes sense. You know, it's a bigger train station. But what if I want to go to London, which Sheffield's about 50 miles away, London's about 120 miles away. So how much is it to go to London, you may think? So £15 times 2, maybe about 30, maybe about £40 in terms of distance. Then you'd think, oh, maybe 10 more quid because it's a big city. £50 you would estimate. No, you're looking at the region of about 90. So how does that make sense? I don't even know. And God forbidden, if I have to go any more north or any more south, it just gets so expensive so quickly. Because I'm technically an adult at the age of 16, I have to pay for an adult fare, even though, you know, I can't really do anything as an adult could. I mean, I can't even buy any cigs. I mean, I don't even smoke, but that triggers me. It's just absurd. Why do I have to pay the same as someone else who has a full-time job when I only have a crappy YouTube channel? So, no, I don't even know what to say. Connor's technically not an adult because he's 15 years old. Oh my god, must be a flipping kid, okay? Am I right, lol? It's literally half the price. But for him to go from Portsmouth to Derby and back, you're looking at still about £70, which is so much money. I don't even care. Like, I understand it's almost 300 miles away, but come on. Flipping England invented trains. How does it cost that much money? Like £100? Are you mad? Like, if I wanted to go to Portsmouth and back, it's about £140. That's a lot of goddamn money. I'm sorry. The second thing I don't like about the train network in the UK is how each individual train route is segregated. The train network is devised in different, like, lines. So, for example, you have the Midland Main Line, you have the Great Western Main Line, you have the flipping East Coast Main Line. So you have all these different lines. Now, the reason why it gets confusing is because certain operators can only really operate with that line. So, for example, in the Midland Main Line, you mostly have East Midlands trains. And because they're the only company that can really operate on that train line, it means that it's just a monopoly, which means there's no competition, so the fares can be absurdly expensive, and that's the only choice you have. And the even more stupid thing is if you have to go through a different line, so for example, if you go from the Midland Main Line to, say, the Scottish Main Line, it's a lot more expensive than just to stay within one line. That just doesn't make sense to me. How come it's segregated? Like, they all have rails. Why aren't the train rails integrated with... That doesn't make sense. Why aren't all the networks integrated with each other? Thirdly is the lack of funding by the government. I genuinely think Theresa May and the government just hate the British heritage, because Britain is famous for the rail, and you'd think that the government would be like, okay, we need to advance the rail, we need to make sure it's the best here than it is anywhere, because we did invent the goddamn thing. Not me, I wasn't alive then. I was dead, lol. Was I dead before I was born? I don't know, it's confusing, I don't know. But she doesn't. Theresa May never funds any... Why am I even talking? It's not her fault, I don't think. It probably is. But the government just doesn't like funding anything, but they really don't like funding the rail. Now, a new train network that's actually being built is HS2, and that's just a really big flipping train line with big trains and big rails. Well, not big rails, they're actually the same size, but shut up. But the idea of this main line is you can go from, like, London to Birmingham at an absurdly quick time, which is great. I mean, that's a great improvement to what's existing now. However, because they fund HS2, they neglect specific lines. And this is what the government does a lot of. They fund the train lines near London and in the south, but they don't care about the flipping Midlands and up north. Like, they just don't care. Like, for example, the Midland Main Line, which is the one closest to me, it's been promised to be electrified like 5 goddamn times. Their proposed electrification date for Derby, which is one of the biggest train stations in the UK. It's not one of the biggest, I don't know why I said that, but it's an extremely busy train station. It's next to Bombardier as well, who actually develop goddamn trains. They have promised to electrify this route for so long. Like, it's ridiculous. They're like, okay, it'll be electrified by 2017, 2019, 2022, 2035, and now they're just at a point where they're like, oh, well, we're doing HS2, which is, I think, 100 miles away, but It's okay. We'll just do that one. We'll just ignore the Midland Main Line. We can just leave that to goddamn rot. Now, I'm going to end this video here. I know there was only 3 points, but I went into way too much detail. LMAO, haha, lol, dabbing on those haters. But I hope you guys really did enjoy this video because it was a lot funner to make. I am actually quite interested when it comes to the rail, and I'm just trying to see what content does well on my channel. I also want to bring a lot of variety to the channel. I understand that most people won't be interested in this topic, but I kind of want you guys to be interested in other things, you know, because I think if I diversify my channel, I'll appeal to more people and thus my channel will grow more. So if you don't know much about rail or you don't know much about trains, why not do some research, you know, at the end of it? Maybe you'll have a passion for it in a couple of years. I don't know. You probably won't. It's actually pretty depressing when you research it too much. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like if you have a big collarbone. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new. And yeah.